Hello everyone! Today we will talk about Chinese calligraphy. Well, Chinese calligraphy evolved thousands of years ago and included many symbols rather than individual letters. Chinese calligraphy is created with a specific stroke using a brush, ink sticks, and an inkstone. The dry sticks are rubbed against the stone and the resulting powder turned into an ink by adding water. Chinese calligraphy is regarded as an important cultural art, which requires training and years to master, the same as the Arabic calligraphy. To be able to write a symbol, you need to follow a sequence of steps. Each symbol has its own steps. And today, we are going to create one of these Chinese symbols using paints. But first, we are going to practice the brush stroke, and then we can create the symbol. And the symbol that we are going to create today is the symbol of love. The symbol that means love. Let's start. So guys, I'm gonna use watercolor paint, but if you don't have watercolor paint, you may use gouache. You just mix paint and water, so then your paint is gonna be watery, like this part. Otherwise, doesn't work. About the brush. If you have a long brush, and if your brush is round, it's better. But if you don't, if you just have the square one, it can be, okay? Try to choose the brush that is soft, that the hair at the end is soft. If you don't have, if the only one that you have it's hard like this, we are gonna work with this one. We're gonna work with whatever you have in your house. Great. And if you have these materials, how do you use it? First, you get water, your brush, you drop water. What color I'm gonna use? I'm gonna use red. You drop water here. Check that there's lots of water on my brush. And that's the idea, okay? Don't dry the brush before you apply the paint. We need lots of water on the brush to do it properly. Now, before we start drawing the letter, we are going to practice the strokes. How do you do Japanese strokes to draw the letters? You press the brush and then you lift the brush little by little. Or press and then you lift. You have to create something like this, something that starts thicker and then ends thinner, like a small triangle in the end. So again, press with a little more pressure and then you pull it up. Oh, too much water here. Practice sometimes before you start, and then if you think your stroke is good, if you get to a stroke more or less like this one's, you're fine. Then you may start writing love. So get water, drop water in the paint, make the brush very watery, and the first stroke is going to be this one over here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that's how we write love in Japanese. When they are writing, they have special brushes and special paint, not like we are doing over here, but we are doing the way that we can, just for you to get an idea, because this just means love. But can you imagine if they are writing a text and all the texts, they need to follow the same structure and the sequence? Every symbol that they draw has a sequence of strokes that they have to do. That's why they say that writing in Japanese or Chinese or basically Asian letters, it's like painting. It's like creating an artwork every time you write. That's it for today, guys. Bye bye and see you soon.